And we're live, and this State of Play is about to start, and no one can tell us any different because you don't know when this was recorded.
Wake up, everybody. It's Never Free to Play. We're going to do a PlayStation State of Play react.
Don't get too excited, Karch.
What are we, a parody of ourselves now?
I am a walking parody of myself.
That's fair.
I'm rusty. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm rusty and I got no script. But yeah,
I'm just saying, I keep dropping $1 on this Patreon, and they haven't released a podcast in like 2 months.
It's because we want you to up for the $5 tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want to see this podcast ever again in its original form, you need to sign up for the $5 a month tier, which does not yet exist, but we will make it soon.
If you pay for it, you get to be on the podcast.
That's true.
That's right. State of Play. Don't expect a lot, but we're gonna make some fun predictions anyway. I'm gonna go last because I have to come up with a new one. Sean, who's so prepared, why don't you go ahead and go first?
My prediction is pretty straightforward. So I kind of expect this like I think it was State of Play we had near the end of last year, where it might as well been the Square Enix show. I think we're gonna get a bunch of updates on Square games, and my hope, my swinging for the fences prediction is we'll get some quality footage of Final Fantasy 16, and then they'll roll it up. But wait, one more thing, and we'll get something, hopefully a release date for Final Fantasy 7 remake, or at least a trailer. Remake
That's
part
too
2.
good. That's too good.
Trailer.
It's impossible. All
Teaser
right.
trailer.
Robert or Jason, who wants to go next?
I'll happily go again.
Mine isn't a good bet. It's a surefire bet, and I'm going to bet that because, let's say, dumb reasons, there's going to be too many remakes of old games. There's going to be more than I would like to see. And
how many is that? Is that 2? Is it 3?
3 would be definitive. 2 good enough to confirm my bet.
But 1 would be surprising. And obviously none.
None would be surprising to me.
None would be surprising. Okay. Jason, what's your prediction?
I had Sean's prediction as well. It just made so much sense with the relationship that Sony and Square have had historically, and the fact that Final Fantasy 16 was announced at the PS5 showcase. So that was my prediction, and that's a good one, Sean. So I have to go with my backup one that I know Karch doesn't like and disqualified earlier as a prediction, and that is that we will not see a God of War release date here, and meaning definitively that God of War is bumped to 2023, and Karch loses the beard bet.
None of those things make sense or are true. I'm vetoing you as a person from this podcast. That's what's going on, since you ignored my previous veto.
I'm now second in command.
Yeah, I was about to say Sean just slid in,
He's
Robert
promoted.
slid up, everybody just mine is that we will
Jason has to go subscribe to the Patreon to get back on.
Oh no.
Exactly.
My dollar.
My prediction is that there will be a dinosaur related game that is still not Dino Crisis, making everyone get really hopeful for 5 seconds and then no. It's a different dinosaur game, just like last time.
That is a fantastic prediction. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Will it be on the PSVR 2?
It's gonna be a Transformers Beast Wars
Oh
game.
my gosh, PSVR 2. Blech.
That's what this whole event is going to be.
Get this over with. It's not the whole event.
All right, let's hit play, and we're just going to talk right over it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Luckily, Discord clipped you off there.
It did. It was actually kind of nice.
I really hate Karch. Oh no.
Ooh,
RP for roleplay.
M for mature, guys. I'm not sure I'm allowed to be up for this.
Tell me if that volume's not good on your end.
It's fine.
Okay,
Once Sean told me I can adjust it myself, I will just do that.
2-0. Belindness?
That's next year. That's like 9 months from now. Belin. Last of Us something.
I'm going to assume that this is actually quite smooth on the original.
I'm Jason. I have
got it.
Registered nurse.
Resident Evil. But
again.
What?
This is quickly
Can you
becoming
get
a game.
behind?
that
Can
has
you
been
get behind
remade
this
more than
remake,
once.
Robert?
Let me see more. Let me see more.
No, 2 was so good. This has to be just as good.
Well, they also redid one of the other ones, like 6, right?
No, 2. No,
2.
2 they redid.
3.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking 3.
So this isn't.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, they did.
This isn't just putting yourself into VR oldie Resident Evil 4.
No, this is a ground-up remake like they
complete-
did with 2. This is
Okay, I can get. All right, it doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Guess you,
Nope.
me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
I remember that gun.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this because this quality sucks.
Do you want to stop it and just
No, never have I ever wanted to do something like that.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
So this is far off, right? Because this is all.
They said 324, 2023.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I need to get my paper. Where's my paper? I didn't think I was gonna need to take notes.
That was definitely a teaser. Oh,
But a
If
release
I could just
story.
forget what happened that night. The pain,
Oh, KOTOR would be cool.
even for a second.
Why did they have to do this to me? Of course I love this.
time.
Of course.
It can be different. It has to.
This time will be different.
I remember
This
that scene.
time, like the 4th remake, it'll be different.
I thought it was the DLC. Well,
In
that's cool.
development, along with the rest of the game.
Also, maybe you'll get something else with it. Like we'll see.
State of Play returns, and we've got some great PlayStation updates to share with you today. And thanks to Capcom for kicking it off with Resident Evil 4, coming to PS5
That's as
with
good as it's
PlayStation
gonna
VR2
get.
content also in
It's all
development.
downhill from here.
Save the
Now
best
let's
for
get a
first.
sneak peek at 4 games in development for PlayStation VR2.
Oh,
God, we knew this.
but I don't want it.
Now, let's take a look at him.
You're just afraid they're going to announce something you have to get a PSVR 2 for.
Ethan Winters.
I would never
You
buy a
escaped my
PSVR
little
2 in my
brother's
entire
idiot games, did you?
It's never happened.
Let's see.
I was a big enough mook to get the first one.
Dude, I can't wait to see just this in VR and then not play the rest of the game.
I can't wait for you to play the game staring at the ground.
But it's coming to PlayStation VR 2, not your VR.
Oh, you're right.
At least not for a while. But also what Sean said. You little ground stare baby.
This would be terrifying in VR.
I mean, it wasn't that far off. You were already playing like this close. First person already.
I gotta go.
Okay. Okay. Forever?
I think I'll be right back. But
Okay.
Just go on without me.
Okay.
Look, all of those sisters wanted your man flesh. Ethan's
They
man
did.
flesh.
I was okay with it.
Jason just wanted it to be over with, and he thought they were pretty. So.
I guess if you gotta go out one way, it better be vampire snoo snoo.
Take
I
it.
love how bad that logo is to this day. I mean, it's really good, obviously on paper, but as like, it doesn't work as a word pun, like a vocal pun.
What do we got here?
You, of all people, have the audacity to question me? You,
It's
who emerged from the
Far
putrid
Cry.
waters of the bayou to plunder
definitely
our
Far Cry.
righteous gains and cut our
Walking
souls
Dead
like a
Far
demon
Cry.
in the night. What have you done
they
to
don't have
ensure
zombies.
the future of this
Be a
forsaken
dumb
city?
Walking Dead DLC.
You,
TLC
who
to
have
what,
brought
though?
nothing but
Well, it's
chaos.
like that one Saint and Sinners Walking Dead game on VR. It's like its own
yeah, I don't
thing.
even know about it.
When
I learned about it when I got PSVR.
Behold, it was I
I don't know if I've ever heard
resurrected
about
you.
Robert's
It was I who
PSVR
shined
woes,
as a beacon
but I'd
of
like to
hope
hear
for
about
all.
them.
I
Power
shall
cries out for blood,
explain
and I
more.
vow to spill it.
But none of it's good.
When the bells
it could be
ring,
worse.
The songs they sing will be
Yeah, this could be
righteous.
worse. That's true. Okay, it's zombies. What is it? Retribution.
Oh, you were right.
You were right.
Ah.
Called it.
Nicely done.
Tourists.
Robert gets a point. He's leading. He's winning. I've decided there's points now.
Great. I love
There will
this.
be a winner. Sean is losing. He's losing a point per second.
Should I make Sean invisible? Tell me when Sean's back. He's invisible.
I mean, it's up to you.
I already
I'm sure
did
he
it.
doesn't mind people seeing his
chair.
cool stuff.
That's a good point. I'll turn it back on. Sean
No
is
Man's
back on.
Sky.
Pretty sure this was already on PSVR, but I could be wrong.
I honestly don't remember.
It's definitely on VR already.
Ooh, that was a cool centipede.
And as I note, it would be really funny if everything was like this ganky in like the actual game. No Man's Sky. I mean, that's pretty. Is that a new game or is that just No Man's Sky and PS5?
I think so.
On
On
PSVR
PSVR.
2.
Okay.
Where are you taking me?
Oh, this is the Horizon
the Horizon
Mountain.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's. I think they announced this like. I think they showed this off like yesterday, which is kind of weird. Why did they do it today?
It's a snap mob.
They wanted to get out of the way of the God of War gameplay we're gonna see.
You know what? There better not be God of War gameplay because I don't want to watch it on this.
Well,
this fuzziness.
I offered to.
Murad had me released from
I'm gonna complain about it though. It's part of the bit.
Redemption
Part of the
is
bit is
still
pointing out there's a bit
possible.
and complaining about it.
Climb the mountain.
Climb the mountain. Taste the
I'm still
rainbow.
mad at this game, at the sequel.
Find
It
out
was not good.
I can tell it's gonna be. All of those people in the boat sounded as American as you can possibly be. I already know it's gonna be the same. But really getting a feel for like how you would move around in the game. You're just seeing the cinematic stuff.
Be a free man.
I mean,
It will
yeah,
take
I
all
don't know.
your wits
I mean, it's possible it's just bad, so I don't know. But
and courage.
Man, I need
It's
to.
interesting. This looks like a combination of VR games that I've played before. There's the one, the climb, where you just have hands and you're climbing up a mountain, and then there's there's another one. Where you,
It looks good. Like
Yeah.
the fidelity might be the best looking PSVR game I've seen before.
Hi, I'm Ben McCaw, narrative director at Gorilla. I hope you enjoyed your
Oh, we're
first
gonna
look
sit
at
on this
Horizon
one. We're just
Call
gonna
of the
really
Mountain.
doing
Coming
it.
that guy
exclusively
looks like
on
that
PlayStation
SNL
VR 2.
actor.
We're also happy to announce that
Named
a big
which one?
update to
Greg
Horizon
something,
Forbidden
I
West,
think.
including
Greg
Game
something.
Plus.
Yeah.
Greg
is
Artolona?
available to
No,
download on
no.
PlayStation 4
Which
and
brother,
PlayStation
Greg?
5
That's
today.
Rich Brother Greg.
Sean's gonna be really upset that he missed the Microsoft acquisition.
Oh yeah, I know. We should pause it and tell him about it.
ugh, preset skills. Don't care.
This game is bad. I'm just gonna say it. This game's not
Ultra
good.
hard difficulty. No thanks. Replay game. I wouldn't subject anyone to that hell.
It was
It's
a
out
very
now.
weak entry.
For
It
details
is.
on this free update,
Did they really
please
just
check out PlayStation Blog.
do that?
From
Did they
all of us
just
at Gorilla,
advertise
thank you
a
for your
different
continued
game
support,
from the game that
and
they were
please stay
already?
tuned
Oh
for
my
more
God.
updates.
Yeah, they piggybacked their own game off their own game off their own game. It's real meta.
Get ready.
So
a
meta.
PlayStation fan favorite is coming to PC.
Ooh, okay. This is
oh.
my.
This is for you, Jason.
Okay, here we go.
This is
here
for
we
you.
go. Come on, what is it?
Space Jams.
Last few years.
Insomniac. Okay, Spider-Man. Please be.
Oh,
That's
pretty cool.
Yes.
You have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
Why is Dr. Ock?
Do you really need
Bad.
2 of those?
He always was. Kind of.
Alpha Leo was like a
I'm gonna go.
svelte Dr. Octopus, you know?
He was not.
Do your thing.
Oh, okay. So this is gonna be more normal Peter Parker, right?
Just ask for help next time.
Well, it's just the Spider-Man game coming to PC. They're just showing a lot of.
Well,
the
this is
DLC stuff.
well. Now I just want to go play the old game.
Leave your clothes on the kitchen floor?
Okay, I need to get it
It's a
and beat
fantastic
it this
game.
time.
It is very good.
Yes.
I loved it. It's like the best Spider-Man movie I've ever played.
That
I
was
didn't want to spend a minute more with it than I did, though. This is Stray, where you
That-
play a cat, and everyone's really excited about this game. 'cause
that was a
everyone wants to be cat.
really
It
weird.
looks very bizarre. Yeah.
Did you say everybody wants to be a cat?
I did.
We're gonna get a copyright strike for that, you jerk.
Yeah, I know. This is the first time I've seen gameplay of it, though.
That was a weird cut right into this, though. They like didn't
It was
even
very
they
strange.
didn't even breathe. They were just like, and here's a cat. I thought this was part of Spider-Man for a second.
Spider-Cat.
DLC.
Yeah.
This is very bizarre but interesting.
I would only.
I'd play it if it were on Game Pass.
I would play it if it was on VR. I want to follow this cat around in
Once
VR.
again, though, you can't play PSVR 2.
I understand.
Okay.
Sean is
John,
back.
you missed it.
Yeah, you.
Microsoft acquisition.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Got it.
Also, Mass
Also,
Effect,
Robert's winning. I gave him a point. He's winning.
unfortunately. And Spider-Man's coming to PC.
Yeah, Spider-Man's coming to PC.
Eh.
Oh, give it up. That's the show winner right there, guys.
Robert, did you watch any of the Pokemon trailer yesterday?
I did not.
Why would you talk about that right
You should catch it
now?
later.
Okay.
We can watch it right after this.
Okay,
yeah. No, we're not doing
PS4
that.
July 19th. PlayStation Plus Extra members and higher can download Stray at no extra cost when it launches next month.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a sign of a
Oh.
Pokemon.
That's
3
interesting.
games that will get your heart
But
racing.
I canceled my PlayStation Plus months ago because all the games they were releasing were real lazy and real bad.
That looks
Yeah,
like
I'm about to
Destiny.
cancel mine because I never use it.
Mm-hmm.
Something else.
Still looks like Destiny. Now it doesn't look like Destiny.
Crafton.
It
sounds like a
actually looks like
terrible
Dead
name.
Space.
I was saying, it looks like Dead Space. The
does.
health bar in the back of his neck.
Take a look outside.
But we know it's not, so...
Did you know that they call Callisto the dead moon? Dead.
Oh, this is
Just like
Callisto
you would've been
Protocol,
if I hadn't
which is something I've
fished
heard
you
of, but I
out.
have no idea what it is. Because he said
So
Callisto.
whatever
so-
you're holding on to right there.
What if it
It
was
looks like
spooky.
Dead Space.
Old life. You gotta let that go.
I know you
It's
guys
not
can't see
Dead
the
Space.
fidelity, but that beard looked amazing.
No,
It looked pretty good. The
it's
I
sweat
agree.
looked-
It's not Dead Space, but it has a Dead Space vibe.
No, I'm just saying it's not Dead Space. Like, that's its
Oh,
name.
I gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to give you a chance.
I never played Dead
And
Space.
rebirth.
I played the first one.
Ew.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna have really cool, like flawless gameplay cinematics type of stuff.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep, this is gonna be a horror game. I love it. I love it.
And I love it for you.
Can we do a Let's Play where we watch Robert play this game?
Sure.
Okay.
I just love that last part.
Oh, the lighting effects. Holy
It's
cow.
really good.
Gives me chills every time.
Oh, my God.
I can already see the reviews like panning it for some reason, just not being something it shouldn't be. It's like, oh, I really wish I could have walked around. It would have really been nice if I could have open worlded this. Even though they don't want to make that kind of game.
Everything must be
Oh,
open world
PS4
now.
too. Wow, it
Oh,
looked
I'll
back.
be able to get it.
Yeah, they really really
Can't wait
got the
for my
most out of
5-minute load times.
And the lighting is going to
Yeah.
be, like, off. But
it. What is this?
In the year 2030,
I don't like it.
a new blood
I don't like the
sport
style.
roams the globe.
Like cell shading.
Private
It's fine.
Division.
Fine in Wind Waker. Don't want to see it here.
Who does?
There will
What is
only
Private
be the
Division?
victorious
I don't know. I was just
and the
thinking that.
dead.
Yeah, this is not for us, guys.
What are you talking about? It
Rollerball,
clearly looks like
man.
a multiplayer game, and you.
It looks
you
like
have
it looks like a modern take on what was that? Was it Rollerball?
No, not Rollerball.
Like
It's
the violent roller derby one movie with they
Roller
did,
Derby. Oh, the movie. Roller
movie.
Derby, though. Yeah.
I think Rollerball got a movie.
Ooh, wall
Blueberry
jumping,
War.
Sean. Wall jumping.
It's got wall jumping. Best
Is it
game
jump-
so far.
It's not. No, it's not jumping if it's on.
All
stage.
it needs is
All right, dude. No, it's still jumping. I'm gonna count
it's
it.
wall jumping, and it needs a grappling hook, and I'm in.
This
Come on.
is Tony Hawk Skater with guns.
Sounds great.
I was gonna be more upset about. Oh, it looks pretty bad, but
It
I mean,
does
like
look
it
pretty
looks.
bad, but look at
It
that.
looks-
I'm intrigued by the idea.
Look at that butt.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. It's interesting.
Roller drone. Got it.
That might
But
have
if it's
been a
only
movie.
multiplayer, it sucks.
Now I gotta go look up.
Sometimes I wonder if things will ever be normal again.
This is some
That looks like Final
schlocky
Fantasy.
JRPG stuff. It's not Final Fantasy.
Oh! What? My arm!
Karch, that's a
so far,
point.
so
That's
good.
a point.
So far, so good.
My arm!
Whoa.
Five seconds
nope,
later,
never
the
mind.
blood comes out.
I don't want to play it. I don't play action games.
You don't want to play Laser Boy Arm? Yes, you do. You love Nier Automata. This is that, but with a laser
I do
arm.
not love Nier.
no.
I do not love Nier Automata for its combat.
You don't love Nier Automata for its combat. You love it for the fact that it breaks your living soul. But it does it fantastically.
She didn't have pants on. Yeah, that was you.
That was, yeah.
I look forward to seeing
No.
what you can do.
No. It's bad enough the Persona kids still look too young. These guys literally look like 13.
Not for me.
One day they're gonna figure out how to make a game actually a game into anime or an anime into a video game, but it's not today.
You don't think it's Internights? You don't think it's the one?
Eternites.
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 Eternals?
Oh, God.
The best Marvel movie released in the last 3
no.
years.
Oh, no. No.
Action games and dating sims.
I'm just gonna
collide
somehow
in
make the
Eternites.
statement that somehow Sonic the Hedgehog.
Did you hear that? Action
Action
sim and dating sim.
Oh, I could
course.
tell.
We might
Did you
be
not see the look of those characters?
Yeah.
Oh,
the girl when her head was on the desk, I was like, that is 100% a visual novel shot. Like,
I'm too noobish. I honestly I have no understanding that
Hey,
was
Metro
a thing.
City.
So, okay.
what is it?
Sad.
Did you say Witcher 3?
No, I said Metro City.
Oh, Metro.
This is
Capcom.
Captain Pond.
This is becoming becoming the Capcom show.
It's not like a game.
Looks
This
like Street
journey
Fighter.
doesn't have a real ending.
So I'm going too fast.
Okay
Yeah,
then.
Street Fighter.
Hope you're ready to begin. If you want to start off on the right foot in this city, hit the streets.
Open world Street Fighter.
Punch your way to victory in a car.
Boxheads.
I was just thinking, what is going on?
What is?
Oh, I heard
He's dead.
Hadouken.
Yeah.
You're right. It's an open world Street Fighter.
Point for Sean.
I'm sad that I called that.
Holy cow!
Yeah, you did it.
Look at those white hips.
She's a police officer. Excuse you.
I've seen the movie. Look at that
Please
beard.
show
Oh my
gameplay.
god, I love it.
Please show gameplay.
Oh,
So
This looks.
do you think you're gonna
To
make
break
your?
attention?
I think you're gonna make your own character.
No, that guy in the beginning he's a character.
Is he?
I mean, oh well, you know what? The one in the
Look at this. Look
the
at these
one running
people.
around.
at least 2 of those are real characters.
I'll give you that.
Luke is a real character.
Then show me.
I distinctly remember Ryu being clean shaven.
He is. This is his bearded. He was bearded. So they teased this game like a couple months ago, and he had a beard then too.
But is it open world?
I mean, there's some kind of no. It's not open world. It's still a fighting game.
That'd be
It's
kind
gonna
of
have
cool.
a dumb
Hub
single
world?
player component where you can run around.
Oh, that sounds awesome to me. Okay,
But why?
I don't know. People love a hub
You're
world.
gonna tell me, no, I don't know. You're gonna tell me later why you think that sounds awesome.
I'd love to.
It looks great. Like
Really wish
5
I had
kinda
more.
looked-
I had more than 5 frames per second, so I could see what was
Right.
happening.
5 looked terrible. I didn't think that was a good improvement over 4, like visually, but this looks way better.
I would just like to note that we've gone through what 5 console or 6 console generations, and we're from 2, and we're only on 5. So bravo to them for taking their.
No,
time.
this is 6. This is 6.
Or, well, we're on 5. 6
Is
is coming up.
Is it exclusive
Oh,
to
I see.
PS4 and 5?
It might be.
Wow.
I think 5 was
That
for a
your
time being.
first look at Street Fighter 6 gameplay. Mark your calendars. It comes to PS5 and PS4
I would have
in
been
2023.
more interested if they like reinvented like
it's
how
time
that
for two
fighting
indie
looks
adventures
instead of like a
arriving later
2D
this
thing.
year.
I would have like over the shoulder, something crazy.
But how do you play two-player?
I don't really care, but if I wanted to play it, I would have wanted it to be like it used to be. Like if I ever decided I was gonna buy it.
I thought about playing this.
Well, now you can think about it some more.
I mean, it's on Game Pass, isn't it?
It is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
How dare you
So you
say
can
that
think-
during the Sony State of Play, Sean?
Come at me, Sony. I got 2 swords in this bedroom. What are you gonna do?
Not to mention he can enforce federal law.
And an Omni tool. I'm unstoppable.
Kind of looks like it was made for the Nintendo 64, but like new.
It had a very long development time.
I'm really digging the music though. That was like a little bit Stranger
That's why,
Things.
that's why I wanted to play it. It does look interesting.
Huh. Okay.
Put it on Switch or I ain't doing it.
My Switch fan is so bad. Like I cannot play a handheld anymore.
I tell you what, my my Sony or my Square Enix state of play is not working out.
No, it's not.
It's your Capcom
To make
State
it
of Play.
real for people in the future.
Yeah, so far.
She asked us about living together.
And we asked her
If I
about
had
traveling alone.
unlimited time, I'd love to play every one of these kinds of games,
When the
but I
season
don't,
ends.
and so I
What do you
can't.
mean?
I don't even know where I don't even know which ones to pick. You know.
So my walking simulator ends up just being walking from Solo to the Whiterun in Skyrim.
Right.
Yeah,
That guy's-
what was that,
that
one?
guy's dead.
What was that one walking game on PS4
with
Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus, yeah.
I can't remember.
Death Stranding.
State of Decay.
Yep.
Death Stranding.
Stranding.
Death Stranding.
I was
that's what
thinking it
was,
looked like a cell shaded Death
The
Stranding.
way she listened.
No,
made
it
you
doesn't.
want to tell her.
That's why Robert
It
said
feels like it if it's just like a walking bike
that. And he's got a
riding.
messenger bag. That's like the guy with his backpack packages.
this makes me think more like Firewatch, but sure.
Is this person a boy or are they non-binary, or is that a girl?
You know what?
Still
They'll have
reeling
to
at
tell
Jason's
you. It's up to
comparison.
them.
Is it gone?
Not yet.
Big glasses.
See?
No, I didn't see.
Well, here?
A
I need
letter.
a
to the
nice
future.
messenger bag like that to go with my nice leather backpack.
See, the twist in that game is that that's actually Norman Reedus.
世界中のゲーマーの皆さんこんにちは。ファイナルファンタジー
Hey!
16プロデューサーの吉田
こんに
です。
ちは。
長らくお待たせいたしましたが、いよいよファイナルファンタジー16の最新情報をお届けする
So I
日が
made this
やってまい
prediction
りました
because they said they had a
最新の
trailer,
ト
but
レ
they
ーラーと
delayed
とも
it.
にインタビュ
So
ー
I
なども
knew there had
始
to
ま
be a
ります
trailer
の
coming.
で、ぜひそちらも楽しみにお待ちください。今、世界には本当に様々な困難があります。僕らゲーム開発者にはゲームを一生懸命作るということしかできません。ゲームというエンターテインメントを通じて
Yoshi P.
ゲーマーの皆さんが心の
That's
底
what his
から
friends
楽しめ
call
る
him.
時間を
I'm a
提
personal
供し
best
て
friend
い
with
き
him.
たいと思ってます。
Friend of the show.
それでは最新
Yoshi
の
P.
トレーラーをどうぞ。
First trailer was really good. I wonder what this one's gonna be like.
In a world ruled by tyranny and turmoil.
Here's some
Who
of that
are we?
Uematsu music.
What are the dominants? The power we wield. It wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. That its immaculate aspect might reveal
Summons are
itself.
deadly.
The icon.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Yes.
Every day we delay.
Portal Fantasy.
Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, this is more action oriented, right? Obviously.
Yeah, way more.
Like more closer to 15 than what they did.
No, not even further beyond that. More closer to Devil May Cry because
Yeah.
they literally have like one of the Devil May Cry people on the scene.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I unite the dominants.
How do you feel about that?
End to the strife. And found a new order to see us unto tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not skeptical. I'm hesitant because I don't know how you do party members, but
If I take
I mean, I liked Final Fantasy VII. That worked pretty well. But
its foundations.
Efreet. Or not Efreet.
Titan Shiva. Bahamut.
Shiva.
Odin, maybe.
I thought I remember this being more like medieval vibe.
It was.
I mean,
Did
it
you not see the pitch battle?
It kind of is, but now it's gone in a.
It's not Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
It was
Final
always going to
Fantasy.
have magic.
Right?
Yeah.
No. It's not that. It's just the enemies look more like anime than I remember, but I could be misremembering.
Anime can still be medieval.
Yeah.
I think we're getting more of a shot of like summons and monsters this time than I think we did the first
Gotcha,
time.
yeah.
First time was more warring nations.
You see this guy? It's just like a white dude that's speaking English. That's what I remember more of.
Yeah. Well, that's because they showed.
Shiva. Yeah, it's all the summons.
Odin's there, yeah.
Odin is with us.
That looks pretty cool. I gotta
I
say.
actually like the first trailer better.
I think I
'Cause
do
that
too,
one-
but it still looked.
That one just showed off like, okay, yeah, there's going to be a lot of summons, and that's cool. But
I was hoping
Here's
for
Leon.
gameplay.
Maybe that's what I was feeling more. The cartridge that I just liked the first trailer more.
yeah, I'd say it was probably
Year out.
better. Summer next year. Okay.
I was hoping for some gameplay.
I think they'll hit it though. I don't think we'll get a delay.
And that's a wrap. Don't forget to visit PlayStation blog to learn
That's
even
it?
more about today's
That's it.
announcements.
That's a wrap.
See you next time.
Okay.
In the business, that means they're done.
There's not one more thing.
No, they don't do that.
They don't do one more things.
No.
They've not been taking good notes from Tim Apple. I'll tell you that. I like this.
All right, thoughts?
Hold on. No one
Yeah,
more
I'm waiting
thing.
on- I'm
Wow.
waiting on I told you there was no one more thing. They
no
don't
one
do
more thing.
that. She said that's a wrap. Why would
Yeah,
she say
it's
that,
over.
causing people to leave if they actually had one more thing? It's not a Marvel movie.
I suppose.
All right, real quick. Sean, impressed or unimpressed? You got to say one or the other.
Unimpressed.
Robert, impressed or unimpressed?
If it's between those two, I must go largely with unimpressed.
Jason, impressed or unimpressed?
Very pressed.
I just said it has to be one.
Unimpressed.
Or
Unimpressed.
Thank you. Goodness gracious. Also unimpressed.
Like if
All right.
if that was an E3
The-
showcase, no. And I know that's not what it was intended to be, but it's right
not,
here at the beginning.
It's not there because it's a state of play. It's not a PlayStation showcase.
Yeah, that's the distinction.
We can talk about what that might look like at the end. But we'll focus on what we just watched now. So 2 highlights for me. Obviously, what we just saw with Final Fantasy 16. Although, like I said, I am a little unimpressed compared to the first trailer. I thought that was cooler, but it's nice to know that they're aiming for a summer next year. That seems reasonable and expected. And like I said, I think they'll hit that. So that's cool. I'm way more excited because it's coming sooner and it has an exact date. Resident Evil 4 looks as good as I hoped it would. If it's half as good as Resident Evil 2 was, or Resident Evil 8, like if all that same quality is built into this, clearly like totally redone remake, I'm all in for Resident Evil 4. Sean, what'd you like the most?
I'll be honest. I got a little thrown off here because I had to run off. What was the Dead Space like game?
Callisto
Yeah.
Protocol, something like that.
Callisto Protocol intrigues me, and I like it. One, I mean,
that was a good one.
One, it's. I mean, obviously, it looks a heck of a lot like Dead Space, and I would be shocked to find out that a lot of people worked in Dead Space are working on it. But it's a different game. It's a newer game. I'm excited to see it. I enjoyed Dead Space, so I'm most excited about that.
Cool. Robert, what'd you like the most?
I'm gonna say it was a combination between the Callisto Protocol and Resident Evil 4, both of which are the only horror games there. So there you go.
Are you a sucker for horror? Would you have said
Robert
any
has a
horror?
type.
No, I can be picky about the horror. Like it's gotta be zombies or something in space or ghosts, but like vampires, no.
And Jason,
I love Resident Evil 4, I really do, but I just can't protect Ashley pitifully from zombies again. I just can't do it, especially after Elizabeth and BioShock Infinite. It's just I can't do
I think
escort
they'll
missions
fix it.
anymore.
I
I'm
think
sure they
they'll
will.
fix it.
I'm sure they will, but no, just no.
Jason, what were your thoughts?
So we were talking about what we were most excited about. For me, it's probably the Spider-Man PC port because that just shows their continued dedication to that. They recently hired like a head of PC affairs or something like I can't remember the exact title, but this just shows yes, these are going to continue to happen even if they lag a generation. That's okay for me because as it stands, I don't see myself getting a PS5 before the PS5 Pro or whatever that tick to talk iteration is. So to see good games continue to come when I don't have a Sony console in my house right now, I'm excited about that.
Cool.
One thing that they didn't show that a lot of people were predicting to see is Half-Life Alyx on PSVR 2. I believe their PlayStation blog touted that they were going to focus a lot on PSVR 2, and we didn't even get a release date or a price point or I mean they showed
all they said was we're going to show a few games in development for PSVR 2.
Gotcha. Well, that is literally all they did. I mean, they set very low expectations and they maybe barely met it is kind of my summary thoughts.
I feel like
this.
it was too much. It was too much.
I think they had a lot of nerve showing us all of these things when I can't even get a PS5 if I wanted
That's
to.
a good point, Robert. They didn't talk about that either at all, which I guess why would they, but
like they're advertising all these amazing looking things on PSVR 2, which by the way, today's the first day I found out about that. But like, come on.
It is a little weird to showcase anything for a console that doesn't have like a release date or a price point yet. As far as the PS5 inability or unavailability, I don't think there was a single thing there except for obviously the PC port that's going to PC because it's already on PS4 and PS5. But I think everything was cross-gen. I think at the end of everything, except for maybe Final Fantasy 16, I don't know where that stands.
That was smart on their part.
Because even how good Callisto Protocol looked, it also had the little tag at the bottom that said it's going to be available on PS4, which is cool. Like I don't have a problem with that. So.
Let me ask you a question, Karch. How do you feel about the fact that we just learned that God of War did get pushed to 2023?
I feel bad, I guess.
I do want to spend, and maybe now is not the right time, but I do still feel like this is going to be, and perhaps it's going to lengthen even longer for Sony than it does for Xbox or for Microsoft. A very long cross-gen transition period, just because they're having such a hard time getting them out into the field.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I think it was anyway, and I'm like,
we're what? We're 2 years.
We're almost 3. In 5 months, it'll be the 3rd year since both companies released their consoles, and
we're still
you say
like
Xbox, but both of them are just so far behind on like doing anything meaningful with like pushing forward on that.
And part of that is, I think, we talked about this before. This has been the least impressive console jump, I think.
Right.
Beyond the solid state drives,
Yeah.
I feel like this has been the least impressive technological jump for console generations. And so that might be something fun to talk about on a I don't know, like a podcast or something if we want to get into the podcast business.
We don't have
You'd
one
have
of
to
those.
tell me. You'd have to tell me where I could find one of those.
Yeah.
Anything else on this presentation that anyone wants to bring up? Jason, you said you liked the single player aspect of what you saw for Street Fighter 6, which has historically not had some sort of like third person walk around section. Can you tell me why you want that in a fighting game?
No, I really can't. Here's what I'll say to defend myself though. I was just thinking it would be neat to see what that world looked like a little bit more. Not that it matters. It's just kind of a lore thing. I don't want any gameplay elements necessarily tied to it, but it'd be a creative way to visualize a menu system, essentially, is what I was thinking. And then just give us a little bit of lore of like, what does this world feel like that I'm fighting in? That's all.
All right, that is a good answer.
I'll say because I'll definitely come to Jason's defense there because the idea, because obviously I didn't recognize a couple of those Street Fighter characters, which tells you that I'm out of date since Street Fighter 2. But like the idea of like I've been around enough between the games and all the interesting characters from around the world and little hints you get from the stages, but also some of the secondary media. There's some there's a potential interesting world there to explore in Street Fighter that kind of would have been fun to delve into more deeply than just ready, fight, when next fight politely lines that hint at some more stuff, but never gets fully developed.
Right. Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, Street Fighter, as strange it is to say, is one of our oldest, storied franchises at this point. I mean, it goes back to technically the arcade with Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. So it is in that strange way, a prestigious franchise.
Prestigious.
It's due its own Breath of the Wild at this point, maybe.
All right. Future showcases. Do we think we are going to get one from them in the summer window, or are we going to get another like very late summer kind of early fall thing for their first party stuff?
I assume we'll get another late summer, early fall.
Better not. If we get a late summer, early fall one, that means God of War might not come out.
Which means
because that's going to be what they do. Like they might have a few other things, maybe like some far off announcements, but the bulk of whatever they show off, whenever they do, it's going to be God of War. They're going to like hone in on that and really give us the details, whether it's coming this year or next year. It's clearly ready enough to be like, all right, let's start the media hype train on this game. Do they have anything else in the pipeline? Like first party wise? I'm trying to remember.
What's Naughty Dog working on? Last I heard, Naughty Dog's just working on ports stuff. I mean,
another PS5 remaster of
Wolverine,
The Last of Us.
You got Wolverine.
No, that's Insomniac.
Yeah, Insomniac's a first party studio now, or second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but that's so far away.
Right.
So
I'm just asking what's in the pipeline.
Probably the next closest thing would be DLC for Forbidden West. First Summer Games Fest event.
Is that what
Here
this
we go.
is?
Yeah, it had in the upper left corner there at one point. It had Summer Game Fest. So here we are. We've entered Summer Game Fest, fellas.
Beautiful.
I think next week is.
Let
I think
the
next week's gonna be a lot of
and
stuff.
the lack of E3 begin.
It'll be interesting.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you guys. I love this podcast. I love video games. I love you three lovely NFers. You all have a fantastic week. We will try, but we are never free to play.